Hi, my name is Rand. Yesterday I just completed 100 videos uploaded to YouTube in 100 days. My channel is AI Dope. It's a faceless channel, as they call them, featuring AI avatars about AI news, information, tech, and insight. For the first time, I'm coming out from behind the laptop to talk about what I learned, why I did it, how I did it, what surprised me, and what's next. Let's start with why I did it. And stay tuned to the end for the what I learned, because maybe by then it'll make more sense. Why? Why do 100 videos in 100 days? Well, if you're familiar with MrBeast, he says, go do 100 videos and then we'll talk.
All you need to do, this applies to people who have not uploaded videos but have dreams of being a YouTuber, is make 100 videos and improve something every time. Put more effort into the script. The third one, try to learn a new editing trick. The fourth one, try to figure out a way that you can have better inflections in your voice. The fifth one, try to, study a new thumbnail tip and implement it. The sixth one, try to figure out a new title. There's infinite ways. That's the beauty of content creation online. There's literally infinite ways, from the coloring to the frame rate, to the editing, to the filming, to the production, to the jokes, to the pacing, to every little thing can be improved, and they can never not be improved. There's literally no such thing as a perfect video.
So my thinking was go fast, get far, and learn a lot fast. So I decided, let's do 30 and 30. So I started doing videos, and as I was approaching 30 videos, I thought, wow, this is really going. Why not do 100 videos in 100 days?
Just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. I mean, if other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then you will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
Love him or hate him, but Elon Musk talks about this. He talks about the 120-hour work week. In 4 months, you can get done what it'll take the other guy 1 year to do. What about work-life balance? Well, you probably heard of some folks like Alex Hormozy or Dan Martell, or even hardcore Dan Pena talks about the myth of the work-life balance. And really what it breaks down to is you have to shatter that. It's imbalance that's important. For a period of time, work is it. And your family and your life has to support it, and they'll get the short shrift. But then there's another balance of time where you go, wow, I've put in the work. Now the imbalance is I'm doing family life for a while. So where does that come back to the 100 days of videos? For a short period of time, I can have 100 videos done. If you're doing a video a week, that's pretty good. But still, in 1 year, you have 52 videos done. Well, in the last 100 days, which is just about 3 months, I've got twice that. Guys like Gary Vee often talk about just get out of your own way, produce content. He's saying produce 8 pieces of video a day. Well, that's another way to look at it. So how did I do it? Well, in another video, I'll go into exacting and specific details, but let's talk about it a little bit. First, I find content that I think resonates. Stuff that I thought would really resonate in the AI space, and stuff that I could give good insight and that would provide great value, and that I could give my 2 cents. The media prep, the audio, the cloning of the avatars, the editing, the title and thumbnail packaging. I learned to use and create a custom GPT that helped me along the way. And all while working with ChatGPT and Claude for a while, some perplexity, but mostly learning a lot about the tools I was talking about and learning to work with this new burgeoning tech, AI. And finally, do. Sometimes imperfect, oftentimes much so, but just get it out. Every time improving a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Like MrBeast said, if you can improve the thumbnail a little bit, great. Do an audio trick on the next one. Maybe have a video intro different than the last one, great. Every time, a little bit improving, a little bit improving. Next, what surprised me? Well, the bad. I wasn't getting a lot of views. All I'd learned about in training and classes and gurus, most of those things didn't really seem to work, at least not for me. And there were no magic bullets. In the end, it didn't really matter about post times or keywords, but I did start to see improvements, at least improvements in what I was able to do, certainly my confidence. I got better at thumbnails. I got better at cutting out the superfluous crap that I thought was really important to the process. And I was prioritizing this as a thing in my life. day in, day out. My family supported it. I made time for it. Sick, not sick, tired, not tired. Every day, I got the damn video up. I tried to do it at the same time every day, but I would give myself grace if it was a different time, or I'd test a different time. I got better and better at many AI tools, spotting the good AI tools, and much better at prompting. Practice, practice, practice. I learned to build a custom GPT. Now here's what ChatGPT told me to talk about. Number one, execution beats perfection. I don't know how many times many of us have heard that, but we've got to get it out. It's got to be perfect. It's got to be good. I'm shooting this video right now. Take after take after take, but I'm getting it out. And let me talk about that. This is day 101. I could do a 101st video in a week, but there's only one chance where I get to do day 101 on day 101. So this video is going up. Number two, systems are greater than willpower. So what does that mean? I've got my system that I could just roll into, crank this video out. Delayed gratification in terms of putting in that upfront work. So I've got systems that help me to succeed. So I could edit the video, get out the video. Later I'd learned that it seems that a lot of people don't like avatars to connect with. These are Hey-Gen produced video avatars for the most part that are really great, but it's not the real person. I think a lot of people don't like avatars, at least not yet, to connect with on a personal level. Automating up front first. You know, there's a story back to Elon Musk. When he was introducing the Model 3 back in 2018, if you follow this, he tried to automate and systematize and robot manipulate every aspect of the production line, and it was a huge flop. They ended up spending hours and hours on the floor and throwing out most of the robots because they found that nothing could quite beat the human element, the human tactile touch. Well, I think there's a part of that with AI, but we'll talk about what AI can also bring to the human element to propel and 10x not only your productivity, but your creativity. You know, just a little personal side note, I think probably it was at this time that Elon had the idea for Optimus Robot and better humanoid labor, which is coming soon and a big part of what my next channel will be about. Next point is quantity leads to quality. By doing, you get better. I used to be a house flipper. I'm a licensed general contractor. I come from a years-long background as a filmmaker. I was a fashion director for years, and then I got into flipping houses for about 4 or 5 years here in LA. Well, myself and my partners, we went out and did. I wasn't one of those huge quantity guys, but I did do 9 projects in about 4 years, and one of them was a massive project that was not really a house flip, but a renovation. I learned more by doing and screwing up, but ultimately completing than I ever would have reading, thinking about, contemplating, watching videos. Next, back to that AI as a magnifier point. AI is a shortcut, and again, it's a force multiplier. Efficiency, it exponentially boosts my creativity, and it's a great sparring partner. I find that I don't just enter in the questions and ask for an answer. I'll get an answer, but then I will question ChatGPT or whatever the AI is, spurring it further and saying, well, but you're not thinking about this, or what about that? And often it'll say, oh, yeah, okay, and come back. That's a good point. Ultimately, in the end, what it does is it comes out with outcomes that are 10 times better than I could have done. So it's your ultimate sparring partner. It's that business partner. It's that muse that I think is really, that's just something that could take us all much further to the next level. That's just starting to be implemented by a lot of people's concept of what is possible. Ultimately, it makes my ideas 10 times better, I find. Another thing is momentum is addictive. Once I started, I couldn't stop. I would think about the next video that morning. Like I said, it was a 30 for 30 that soon became, well, why not do 100 and 100? I'd be thinking about my next video. Then I started thinking about, well, what about the whole next week's worth of content and how each video ties in from one to another? That was a great learning lesson. How would I do outros that fold into another video? That perplexed me for a long time. How do people do that? You have to think ahead, and I gave it a lot of tries. The nice thing with doing 100 videos in 100 days is you do a video, you get it up, you look at it, you maybe tweak a little, you're on to the next one. The next day comes, 24 hours, baby, bam, you got to do that next one. Also, my first audience may not be who I expect. For me, I sort of came to realize that avatars may not be it. They might be there to complement what I'm doing, but I think that the insight and the news requires that it has my personal insight. People connect better and more, well, to a human than AI avatars. That's something that I'm finding out. It's probably better to feature me as an aspect of someone with an opinion, someone that people can connect with, and that I'm the guy behind the insights going on. Little note about that. So how do I interject myself into the videos? Well, you'll have to see the breakdown of how I do the videos, but a lot of it is the curation and the selection of the ideas and the content, coupled with prompting of how I got Notebook LM to come out with sort of audio summaries of the videos ultimately that I was producing. So while this may not be the audience that I was expecting, it does lead me to where I may want to tweak the content, and ultimately, and probably additionally, it's going to lead me to my next channel, which I'll be starting soon, called Man's Next Mission. Man's Next Mission is about how the coming age of AI affect how we as humans navigate jobs and careers, income generation, and most of all, meaning in our lives. We ask, what is man's next mission? Then there were the haters, small-minded people, but I didn't care. I decided to leave the comments up. It's free engagement. What's that quote from Han Solo?
Why, you scruffy-looking nerf herder!
Who's scruffy looking? You must have hit pretty close to the mark to get her all riled up like that, huh, kid?
But the comments that were positive and that people got a lot from the content, I definitely interacted with that, and thanks for those comments. Making 100 videos wasn't hard. Deciding and dedicating to do it, that was hard.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Most people never get to 10 videos. Look, if you're watching this and you're at 5 to 10 videos, just do it. Me? I'm nobody special. I have a tiny channel, but I have passion, drive, and I set in place a system that would enable me to win and finish. Now I'm 100 videos further along in my journey. Now it's your turn. Do it. Do 20. Do 30. Just do it. Now for what I learned. I thought I'd be somewhere more money, more viewers, more subscribers, more viral videos. Actually, none of that really happened. Yeah, I got some views. I did get some more subscribers. I got monetized. But more important, now I have a life experience. I produced and uploaded 101 long-form videos in 101 days.